Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Once again, new series for us here, the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Rockingham 150 brought to you by Jinx Shifters. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason from your Signature Esports.
Welcome everybody to Charlotte Motor Speedway here in the Carolinas as we present to you the penultimate race to the Arca series here in Midwest Days of Thunder. I am your host Alan Brown, and in the booth today I've got Alan English by my side. How you doing tonight?
Great, man. Looking forward to seeing this entry-level series, this Arca series race tonight. Under the lights at Charlotte, the decision was made that if we're going to do Charlotte, let's do it at night just because it just looks so damn good under the lights.
Yeah, and down on pit road, feeling those lights, feeling the heat coming off of those cars is Adam Turner with his cooler all ready to go. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I love it, Charlotte at night, and it's cooler down on the track. Should make for some fun racing. This track is a little bit tricky, as y'all all know, so... Yeah, like you said, Mr. English, entry-level racing to the MDOT series. We're gonna see some fireworks tonight, I think, during this little short 50-lap race.
Yeah, as we kind of sit here in qualifying, waiting for it to slowly finish up here. Sorry about the kind of just random going live, guys. Those of you watching, they advanced the session on us. We were not quite ready, but we're here and we're still alive. As we take a look at Lindsay Lyles as she takes her qualifying attempts around the track here at this beautiful mile-and-a-half raceway.
Yeah, there's a few folks in here that are veterans that have been around in this league for a long time. Al Corey's one of them, and Lindsay Lyles was in this series. Back during, well, I guess it was 2-3 seasons ago, and took a hiatus, and now she's back. The Biloxi Belle from hell herself, Lindsay Lyles, running that number 1 machine, Pennzoil machine tonight.
I like that nickname. We're gonna have to go with that. So, yeah, I mean, some stuff happens behind the curtain sometimes. We just get thrown around a little bit. We don't know the race is about to start, and here we are. We're ready.
Yeah, here we are. I believe it is 50 laps here at Charlotte, which hopefully will go by pretty quickly. And it looks like everyone's now starting to take the grid. So we will do a quick grid rundown for you guys here. As you can see here, we got Chris Watkins taking the pole position away from Andrew Cobb, who is starting on the outside in P2. Tim Harmon in the 73 starting in P3, with Terry Freer starting in 4th. Isaac Wilson is starting in 5th, with Gavin Marlin starting on his outside in 6th. Al Corey, a veteran in this league, starting in 7th, with Ryan Ayers starting in 8th. The 42 machine of Angela Hernandez starts us in 9th, with John Timms rounding out your top 10.
Now Giverson in the 32 car starting in 11th. Stephen Davies in 12th place. 37 of Matthew Spire starting in 13th. Ken Olson in the 51, 14th place starting out today. Little Red Stick, Ryan Simone in the 36 car. He'll be starting in 15th place tonight. The 91 of Thomas Girth in 16th.
And then we have Lindsay Lyles. You just mentioned her. She's in 17th place. Daryl Whitlow, 18th. And on my screen, it's a little confusing, but looks like Gary Sack is in 19th. Gary Sack the third. Wade Brooks, the 20th. 21st, Matthew Jones. Carlos Ramos, 22. And rounding it out, the 00, Alex Goff in 23rd.
Looks like the last two cars didn't take a qualifying time here, but
well, and there's nothing wrong with that, but
oh no, man,
you're gonna have to make up ground pretty quickly here.
Yeah, which kind of brings us to today's race info. As we look at the weather here under the night's track temp, nice and low, so these cars will be able to grip and move around this place pretty quickly. As we see the key to the race, and that's going to be a sense of urgency, being the penultimate race, meaning next week's it.
That's right, Alan. I mean, the sense of urgency, not only because you're running out of races in time to advance yourself in the points. It's the sense of urgency because this is a 50-lap race, and it's going to go quick. Like you mentioned in the pre-race, if they go all green, you're talking about a 25-minute race. I mean, they're going to click off these laps pretty quick. Track position is key at the end, of course, obviously, but you want to be patient, but you don't want to sandbag and hang around the back too long. You want to move.
Totally agree with you on that one. And here's where I think we're going to see a problem coming out of turn 4 and into that front stretch. It gets super tricky, and people can get loose, and that's where a lot of the fun happens. So we're about ready to roll here, looks like.
About ready to roll with the 62 Hulk machine of Chris Watkins leading us around through the exit of 4 into the tri-oval, getting ready to take the green flag, and away we go. Down through, across the line, 2 wide racing, down to turn 1. Looks like they're going to stay stacked up 2 wide. Chris Watkins, Andrew Cobe in that front row. 2 wide behind them, Tim Harmon and Terry Freer. And we got a yellow. Oh, big wreck behind everybody. Big wreck.
Like Isaac Wilson involved. Got another car in the wall back here.
Well, that's, excitement, cold tires, all those things, I think, played into that.
Ryan Ayers ended up a victim there as well.
As we go back and take a look to see what happened there. See if we can't get a better viewpoint of it.
Looks like the Ayers machine may have come down on Isaac Wilson there.
Ayers machine looked like he got pretty loose and, like you said, kind of got down into Isaac Wilson. But that also meant everybody behind him, their track was blocked. They could not go anywhere. But 2 fast repairs, as always in this series, so we should be able to see these guys come back out up here and not have too much of a problem.
I don't see a lot of damage on the Al Corey number 45 there. I think he just kind of caught it in the quarter panel there and was able to keep it straight.
Man, if talking about a guy who deserves to get a clean race in here, that would be Al Corey.
Yeah, Mr. Canadian Tire. He's from Texas now, but I don't know if he's Canadian or not. We got a lot of Canadians down this way. But he avoided it. That looks like he got out of that clean. And I think Ayers just kind of, he just went high and hit the wall and came down. And, just excitement of the race. Like you guys said, we got 2 fast repairs there. It's not going to be a problem for these guys to come back unless they had to have a tow or anything like that.
And it already looks like we might have a few cars that might be going a lap down because they didn't start with the grid. They started there on pit road. but they'll be kind of getting a free wave by here, so that doesn't hurt them too bad. But if their strategy was to sit in the pits and avoid a caution, well, you avoided the first one, but now you're out there for possibly a second one.
Now, it looks like got a couple of the MPN cars come in. You'll notice tonight they're all running Marvel comic book character themes tonight. 4 different cars, 4 different paints. Those paints were done by Adrenaline Spike Designs, and those MPN cars are representing Marvel out there, and they look pretty dang good.
Yeah, I like the paint schemes, the new paint schemes. I'm not much of a Marvel guy, but I did see the Hulk, and I remember the Hulk from the 70s. When he got mad, things really happened.
Way to date yourself. It's not Lou Ferrigno anymore.
Might have been the 80s.
Yeah.
So as we pace around here under caution, and we didn't really kind of have time to go through some things we wanted to talk about at the beginning, let's quickly talk about the current championship standings, with Brian Privet currently leading that over Angel Hernandez by 4 points, with a short gap to third with Ryan Ayers in that spot. So, I mean, those are your top 3 all within a chance, but, the furthest person down that I would say that has a chance would be, Al Corey. He's only 20 points back, and if he gets a couple good races here, that could put him back into the mix pretty quickly.
Well, and Alan, you got to look tonight. Brian Privet took a provisional tonight. He was not able to make the race tonight due to a prior commitment. So he's taken a provisional tonight, basically last place points. So watch this top 3 to get shook up. I mean, Mr. Privet's going to have a tall hill to climb when he gets back next week for our finale at Phoenix.
That's going to be tough for him to come back from, honestly. And it's too bad for him, but hey, this is a simulation game, whatever you want to call it. So real life actually, I think, precedes this for these guys. So we all have commitments we got to deal with.
And as we move kind of down towards where the team standings are, we got that MPN Esports currently leading it by just under 20 points over Hernandez Sac Racing. And Lotte Motorsports is currently lurking there in the third. So even the team championship isn't quite completed yet. Those 3 teams definitely still have a chance to win it.
And 20 points between HSR and the MPN guys up on top. It's not something that's insurmountable. A lot can change in 2 races.
It can, and the owners of these teams are the ones that are interested in this race. They're not only interested because they want their team to win, right? They're trying to develop these guys so they can move them up to the Xfinity Series and eventually the Cup Series here in Midwest Days of Thunder Racing League. So that is what's on the line here, and then for next week, that's when we're going to see how it all shakes out.
Yeah, so lights on the pace
here.
Yeah, pace car go off down the backstretch 2 wide, stacking up. Here we go. Chris Watkins, still your current leader with Andrew Kobe on the outside, looking to hopefully now start a long green flag run and get this race really underway. So, I mean, this is a fast track. I expect to see some good racing. You guys expect to see some good racing. So
is the Hulk machine? Is he in the preferred line for a restart, or do you really want the outside line here?
I think on the restart you might want the inside, but you want to get a good jump to get to that outside real quick as the pace car comes down pit road. Green flags flying, and away they go through the restart zone in the tri-oval. Chris Watkins taking you down into turn number 1, getting a nice jump there on Andrew Kobe. It looks like he will, and they will go slightly single file, but there is racing going on behind him trying to jockey for position.
These guys are getting that sense of urgency now. They're trying to make some positions early as they come around turn 1 and 2 and down the backstretch here.
Well, you got to make some positions up early, but you got to be smart. You can't race stupid this early in the race for sure.
As we complete our first full green flag lap, Chris Watkins, your current leader, with Tim Harmon moving up to the second spot, Andrew Kobe in third. Now make that Gavin Marlin making it a fight over that third spot.
Lindsay Lyles back here. Oh, she's got a car sliding behind, in front of her here. It's the 37, Matthew Spires, hitting the inside wall here.
And we're not going to get a caution. So
Wow.
Kind of take a quick back look at that.
Race control is letting the 37 know, hey, man, get rolling. We're not going to throw a caution because you are out of the racing line. Lindsay Lyles, golly, she dodged a bullet there. I thought for sure she was going to smack that 37 when she came through.
Yeah, good driving by those people back there to not cause something bigger, as we have a big checkup as they go to
73
pass
in the wall.
Tim. Yeah, Tim Harmon up into the wall. Good for him keeping it up there. I know those cars can bounce off of there, but unfortunately he's going to just get absolutely freight trained and lose a ton of spots. But this race is still early. We can still see him back up towards the front here as we move along. But now that means your current leader is Gavin Marlin.
Gavin got a little love down there.
He did, and this is where they're getting racy. Tim Harmon of Angry Idiots Racing, he kept that thing on the wall, and he saved a lot of people on that. So
Hey, that's
shout
the
out to
classy
him.
thing to do, dude, because we've been in these Arca cars at this track. When you get up in that wall, it's hard to get it off the wall. And when you do try to pull it off the wall, it just goes straight down. And you're going to take out whoever's low of you right there and whoever's behind you probably, too.
As the looks like the top 7 or 8 there are all nice and single filed and have a big gap going behind them.
Andrew
And
Cove looks like he's getting
He's
real
making
racy with Gavin here.
he's making a move. Of course, just as I say something, they start racing it again, 2 wide through 1 and 2. Andrew Kobe getting the pass just about completed. It looks like he does on Gavin, but Gavin tries to do the good old crossover and doesn't quite get there. I think he got the block thrown on him a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
And he is right up that bumper of Andrew Kobe.
So, Adam, if you're the 42 or the 46 and you're seeing this going on in front of you, you're just kind of, what do you do here? You're just kind of sitting on your hands waiting for them to figure it out and trying to dodge a spin if one happens? Or
Yeah, just pace yourself, stay close, because you want to be ready to pounce if you can. But looks like Gavin's surrounded by a couple teammates of Hernandez Sack Racing, so they're working against him right now, both those cars.
73 rode around on the apron there for a little while. He's really loose coming off of 4. I think he was trying to take it down the pit road and just missed it.
Yeah, either that or he's still trying to get up to speed. Problem is, if you're trying to stay out of the way of everybody down on the apron, you can't get up to speed down there. So,
Yeah, that's right.
so unfortunately, that's going to keep him a lap down. But right now, our lucky dog position is Tom Girth in the 91. He's only 1 lap down. But other than that, 18th and on up, they're all on the lead lap.
Looks like Gavin's decided to do kind of the patient thing, and he backed off a little bit. I don't know if it was by choice, and he's going to let the that first place car of Andrew Cole just kind of get out there and maybe put a little pressure on him, but trying to make him burn up his right front, but
Yeah,
not trying to race it for position right now.
maybe save some tires, right? Just save them a little bit, just so you can maybe strategize those guys working as a team here. The leaders are coming up on Matthew Spires. It looks like he's in 20th position in the 37 Budweiser car. He's out there by himself at the moment.
And on a track we say this short, I mean, it's 1.5 miles, but you're going to catch some lap cars, and those lap cars are going to determine what goes on. I mean, we saw it in real life here a while back with the Chip Ganassi cars and Kyle Busch. I mean, when you got lap cars, if they're your teammate, you're on comms with them in Discord. Most of these teams are. Do you ask your teammate, hey, try to take this guy's line away for me?
Yeah, well, you can, and there's always repercussions for something like that, but it does go on. This is racing. We're racing, so that kind of comes with the territory.
As they're all kind of single filed out up front, we'll take a quick look back for 14th and 15th here. We got Wade Brooks and Ryan Simone going at it a little bit.
Yeah, we had a little action there in the 8th, 9th, 10th spot there. Somebody hit the wall, and they're battling back here. They're trying to get up front.
Yeah, I like the two wide racing here. I like the guys sticking their nose in, like what's going on back here. It makes an exciting race. You know, they're not just running single file the whole time. You know, we talked a little in pre-race also about racing lines. Hey, there's not a whole lot of options here at Charlotte. It's an old track. It's a NASCAR staple. It's the hub of NASCAR, home of NASCAR. But like you alluded to earlier, Adam, when you come off of 4 and you're aiming for that little elbow in the quad oval, there's not a lot of room side by side for these guys to get wide.
Yeah, it's a beautiful track. It's a fast track, but it's pretty tight. And Michael Giberson, he's running 10th place right now. He was the guy who got in the wall last lap. He's recovered, but he slowed some guys down behind him. So we should see some battling going on here, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They're going to start making their moves.
Yeah, it's fun watching these smaller packs of cars try to work together and make some moves up here. Just kind of fingers crossed, you know, hoping that nothing happens right in front of them, because when you're right on somebody's butt, like this 46 and 73 car here side by side, when you're right up on another car, it's kind of hard to see what's going on in front of him.
I'm watching Ken Olsen here. He's running 13th in number 51 Cheez-Its car. They got a little battle here between him and a few of these guys. Wade Brooks is one of them in a Tool car, and then Ryan Ayers. We saw get in an incident really.
Yeah, looks like Ken's going to be trying to make the move low on Ryan Ayers. I don't know if Ryan got that damage fixed or not, but kind of looks like he does. But I mean, at this point, even though we had the early caution, we're now 21, almost 22 laps into this race. These tires are starting to hurt a little bit.
And you can see the difference. Look at Tim Harmon. He just went around Gavin like he was standing still. And he's trying to pass some of these cars. He's 2 laps down, but he's wanting to move up and improve his position as much as he can. And he has those newer tires, so you can see what they're doing for him.
Wow. I was watching there in turn 2. Carlos Ramos got loose coming out of it. He saved it. These guys are saving a lot of these would-be incidents. He saved that. It was a hell of a save by Carlos Ramos in the number 90 car.
As we go back up to the leaders real quick, Andrew Kobe with a very comfortable lead of well over a second over Gavin. But then the race for second is extremely tight with Gavin and Chris and Terry and Angel all sitting right around the same spot.
And those are names that we're just kind of used to hearing here in the Arca series where Midwest States of Thunder. These guys have been racing this whole year, and they tend to be in the top 10 every race. You can see it right here as they're running together, and they're making it real interesting, fun to watch.
So the first 5 cars are still only separated by about 2 seconds. So they're by no means spaced out up front. They're playing it safe, but they're not letting those other cars get away from them.
No, absolutely not.
Because Tim Harmon is trying to unlap himself, and I think he just passed the leader to try to get that done. Holy old Bill Elliott.
It can be done.
As we are now past halfway, we've got 26 laps to go. Andrew Kobe, your current leader, with Chris Watkins sitting in second. Just a quick look at our previous winners. Chris Watkins does have a win. Gavin Marlin has a win. But everyone else up there doesn't have a win yet.
And the difference between this entry-level developmental series and the Xfinity and Cup portions of Midwest Days of Thunder is that they do the old school point system for Arca. There's no playoff. There's no what they used to call it back in the day, the chase. They don't do that here. It's if you're a consistent guy, you show up every week, you perform well, you're going to be a contender to take the championship at the end of the season. And it's a little bit different than the other series, but I really like it. I love the old points racing.
You got to finish, right, to stay in this series. That's the whole thing. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I've said that 800 times and beat it to death. But that's just how I feel about it. I've been watching the back of the pack here. 51 of Ken Olsen in the Cheez-Its car. He hit the wall. He saved it. Little red stick. Simone, he hit the wall. He saved it. I mean, they're fighting out there. These cars are getting loose on them with these tires, and we should be seeing some pit stops soon, I would think, guys.
I would think so too. I don't know what the fuel run is, but I would say by the time we get the 15 to go, everyone should have pitted at that point. I mean, otherwise, you're either struggling on really old tires or your fuel is
and
not looking good.
They do run 55% fuel here, so it's possible to make an entire fuel run before pitting for tires. Maybe that's what some of these guys are doing, trying to save their tires a little bit.
As you see,
we got some
takers coming. Okay.
All right.
It's coming down, and that's not really surprising when we just talked about it.
No. So we got 2 takers so far. Question is, when will the leaders come down pit road? So Andrew Kobe right now has still a comfortable 1 second lead, and Al Corey just overtook Gavin for the 3rd spot. I think it's just a matter of how comfortable are you on these old tires and how much traffic do you have in front of you to run clean laps.
If you're one of the guys that's been safe, and you're going to try to stretch it a few more laps, but you have to watch them lap times. If your lap times start suffering, I mean, you're losing ground already to that guy who just put on 4 brand new ones.
Yeah, and what I think here, I'm going to anticipate a caution flag there in the last 5 laps. That's just kind of how this happens here at this track, in my opinion. So run it as long as you can, but you're going to have another opportunity to get fresh tires if you want to closer to the end.
Just had a car hit the barrels. Looks like Ryan Simone, young man out of Baton Rouge, it looks like he hit the barrels going into the pits. He's got it straightened out and rolling now.
As we take a quick replay of it. Oh, man. Oh. Yeah. It was almost too wide racing trying to get down into pit lane at high speeds. That's no surprise that happened. That's a tricky pit entry, I'll tell you that.
Well, I've seen it done. I've seen it done in Baton Rouge a million times on that tricky bridge they got out there by LSU. I've seen them hit the barrels and cages. They hit that barrel, and what are you going to do? You just got to keep rolling, go to the next stop. And he's actually. Well, here we have a caution now.
Oh, as we have the 4 car down into the grass. That is Ryan Ayers. I wonder if he was just blocking the track long enough for the caution to come out. So now, if you're the leaders. That was a nice call on staying out, because now you pretty much guarantee your position on track and get all your pit stop stuff
You're
done.
right, and they're gonna trap a few cars a lap down here. There will be wave arounds later, but just to be able to maintain your track position, which is what these guys are doing up here in the front.
Well, now it's going to be a battle off of pit road. How's your crew do? Are you taking 2? You taking 4? Where I think you taking 4, but you got to get it in and out of there safely and quickly to keep your position.
As we saw there, Ryan Ayers just getting loose, coming on the fresh tires trying to rejoin the track there on the apron and not quite being able to hold it down there.
Well, that's nothing new. We've been seeing that. These cars will get loose on you coming out of pit road. And I don't care what track you're at. That's just those cold tires do it to you.
All right, so for I think the first time in this league, we're going to be able to do a actual race off of pit road here and see who gets a good stop and gets good position or who might have made a mistake. Andrew Kobe leading them down pit road right now. He's going to be almost all the way up towards the front as they start to dodge their way in.
Hey, you got to be careful not to speed here. I mean, that's a killer. Somebody like Alex Goff, who he started in the back of the field. He was 8th or 9th. He's being shown 10th place right now. Looks like he's got a good pit stop here.
Yeah, it looks like Andrew Kobe was able to keep his spot leaving pit road with Gavin Marlin getting quite a few spots out of that one, and Al Corey coming just behind them.
Well, Al Corey lost the spot, but man, he's sitting pretty right now.
Oh yeah.
Like you said before, he has had terrible luck this season in the Arca car. He's a veteran. He knows how to race, without a doubt, but he just gets taken out, it seems like, every race. But right now, he's sitting pretty.
I think we mentioned last week that if Al Corey didn't have bad luck, he wouldn't have any luck at all. I mean, he's been kicked around and ended up in some of this stuff that happens in front of him. It's no fault of his own. He just gets caught up in it. He's sitting here in third thinking, my goodness, at least I got most of the cars behind me, you know.
Right. And what are we looking at? 14 to go here, guys? And I'm just hoping this caution doesn't get us into that caution season. You know how that caution season starts when these guys, you get one and you start rolling down and another happens. Let's just try to keep it clean here, but let's race. Let's definitely race, but you got to worry about your tires, worry about your neighbor, and try to keep it, front and center so you don't ruin your day for your friends.
Well, let's talk about some of the people up there with the leaders that we don't normally talk about, but that would be one of them would be Terry Freer. He is 10th in the championship right now and 5th on the track, and we typically see his name up towards the front, but towards the end somehow he kind of fades back towards the middle pack, so I'm sure he's one of the guys looking for a good run here.
And Terry in that 46 from Lampere, Michigan, he's going to do everything he can to try to keep the positions he's gained. Well, actually, he's down one position overall, but I mean, he's still in the top 5. Let's see, he's been running pretty consistent laps. His best lap is the 31.1, so he's not by any means slow. He's definitely consistent. And consistency really does help you at something like this, in a track like this.
Yeah, no, totally, Alan. I agree with you. But what's confusing to me, he's from Michigan. He runs for Latte Motorsports, which is full of guys from Ohio. Don't Ohio and Michigan hate each other? That's all I ever hear in the fall, how they hate each other. But now they come together as a team.
I'm an SEC guy, so
them boys
I don't want to speak out of my time zone,
Well, I'm speaking out of it. I'm not up there, but I know the boys fight each other all the time over Michigan versus Ohio. So they're banding up together here. It's kind of strange.
Yeah, we're gonna be taking the green flag with 13 laps to go. Whether that number is unlucky or not, we'll just have to let the racing gods decide, as the lights on the pace car are now off. Stacking up 2 wide racing. Andrew Kobe, Gavin Marlin, your front row, with Al Corey, Angel Hernandez lurking behind them, and Terry Freer with John Timms finishing out your starting 3 rows there. Coming through turns 3 and 4, getting ready to take the green flag. Pace car is coming down pit road. And I said it a lot of times now, but you know, it's time to buckle up, strap on that drinking helmet, and throw inhibition out the window. We gotta go racing, boys.
Green flag,
As
green
the
flag.
green flag is now
Oh.
waving. Big jump by Andrew there.
Looks like Gavin might have tried to go a little early, and he got out of the gas right as the 44 put the pedal down.
Yeah, working harder than real Mrs. Poindexter, that's for sure. But
Oh, yeah.
here we go, boys. I mean, let's make this happen. Let's make it a fun race and not have any more yellows.
Now, as Andrew has a nice gap on Gavin right now, but Gavin's driving hard to get right back up to that bumper. Angel Hernandez and Al Corey are fighting too wide for that third position, trying to maybe pick up some pieces of what might be left at the end of this one. But don't knock out John Timms in that 77 as he's sitting back there waiting for an opportunity. As we get another
sideways here.
caution.
It's Thomas Girth in the 91 and the 37. Damn it.
Well, I mean, we got one race left. This is they're battling. You can say that for sure.
As we see that, that's going to bring out our third caution. And for those of you that don't know, they're watching this lovely broadcast. I threw the gauntlet down to these guys to see how clean but how hard they could race at the same time, and put an over-under of 2 cautions. If they did 2 cautions or less, some random winner would get 25 iRacing credits, but unfortunately it appears we will not be able to give that away tonight.
What? You're like a bookie now, are you? Yeah. Well, you're. I'm pretty sure you know how to run the odds because you won that one for sure.
But we talked about Alex Goff in the 00 gaining 17 positions. How about returning driver Lindsay Lyles gaining 9? Her and Daryl Whitlow started back. I'm trying to do mental math here. They started back in the backside of the top 20, 17th and 18th place. They're both up 9 positions right now in the top 10.
But like you said, the big gainer so far, Alex Goff, up 17 positions, which is, I mean, holy crap, that's a lot.
And he earns an extra point here. Your guy with the, what they call it, the hard charger award, the driver that gains the most positions during the race, gets an extra point. And like we talked about earlier, the Arca is all about points. There's no playoffs here. Every point matters. So if you can get a point for leading a lap, a point for most positions gained, a point for leading the most laps, I mean, you're already going to be ahead of the next couple of cars that finish in front of you that don't get those bonus points.
Yeah, the bonus points mean quite a bit, especially it was a short series this year. I think I heard him talk about they might be expanding this series, making it a little bit longer next season. But he's looking really good in that Gatorade car. That's a good looking car, Gatorade, man. I remember that car back in the day. Sharp looking paint job, Alex Goff.
And what the league owner and the admins are trying to do, the reason this season was so short, they're trying to line up the beginnings and ends of Arca, Xfinity, and Cup to make it easier for drivers to transition, to get promoted, or hopefully not demoted, but it has happened before. But it's to help line things up so you don't have somebody that feels obligated to run 2 different series at the same time. When they do promotions, he can jump straight from Arca this week, and then the next Xfinity race, which will be the beginning of Xfinity season, he can jump straight in and be at race 1 instead of, race 7 or 8 or.
Right. But what's sad, you mentioned demotions, and I think I was the first one demoted in this league. It's really kind of hurt me, actually. I can't believe you actually mentioned that. However, this league is awesome, man. Like, there's always changing, constantly evolving. Guys are moving up. The admins listen. So it's like a family. We're gonna fight. We're gonna argue, but it's been a really good experience to be a part of this league. And I'm pretty happy with how they're running this league. The MDOT, Midwest Days of Thunder.
Hey, I think Michelob is on that short list too of guys that got moved down for whatever reason. No offense, Michelob.
No,
we love you, brother.
Well, he's the head of human resources or planning or something.
Something like that.
He's a busy man. He's
janitorial engineer, something.
He's
I
a
forget
hard
what his
worker.
title is now.
Yeah, he's a big part of this league as well as they're coming across the stretch. How do we got to go? Are we about to go green here?
Yeah, about to go green. The lights on the pace car just turned off. We will be going green with 7 laps to go. With that, we will again remind everybody that we do have 2 attempts at a green-white checker finish here. Hopefully we don't need to use them, but hey, you know, a little extra racing for that unpaid ticket that we all have, you know, it never hurts.
77 to John Timms. He's another one of those Marvel cars. He's got a Deadpool paint scheme tonight. That one's pretty sharp too. The guys over there, I forget what the name of the
What is the
place
Deadpool?
was, but man, it's a comic book character. Adrenaline. Let's see, what does it say?
What is his
Adrenaline?
superpower?
Adrenaline Spike Designs is the graphic designer that did the MPN guys paints tonight.
See, this is new to me. Like this Valvoline car, number 44 of Andrew Cobb. I understand that Valvoline, but this Deadpool character, I'm not real familiar with. But you guys can teach me along the way here, Alan. I
Yeah,
think
we
it's about to
can
go
do that.
green here.
Yeah, as pace car is going to be turning down pit road one more time. Andrew Cobb going to lead us to the green flag. Let's see if Gavin doesn't jump the start and mess up again. And it looks like a much better, actually, it almost looks like nobody went. Gavin getting a jump on Andrew there a little bit. But too wide they go down into turn number 1. Neck and neck racing.
This is what it's all for. This is what it's all about. This is the time to get racy, boys. This is it. Let's make it happen, but let's keep it clean as well.
Yeah, Gavin getting the pass completed there on Andrew, and the fight for third still hasn't been settled quite yet between Angel and Al Corey. Al Corey on the inside of Angel, trying to hold him off and keep him off that bottom groove.
He's keeping his nose stuck in there, Alan. He does not want to give that spot up. So Al Corey pushing Angel everything he can get.
Oh, as we have cars
Keep that
wrecking
nose
behind him, but we're staying green. Looks like Gary Sack III, unfortunately, something happened to him. We'll take him as a whole field gets stacked up there in the trial.
46 in the grass. Yep.
We're still green flag racing.
Great save by the 46. My God.
I saw that. We're gonna have to recap that because that was some good saves. But these top 4 are starting to put the hammer down. Looks like.
And as we're about to come across the line with 4 laps to go, Gavin Marlin, your current leader, with Andrew Cobb sitting right there behind him. Looks like Andrew's trying to get something set up to maybe get to the inside of Gavin, and Gavin is doing a good job of keeping his line, I don't want to say squiggly, but a good blocking line, we'll say that.
Lindsey just made a hell of a move on the 77 to get around him. That one car's moving up, bud.
I was going to tell you that Biloxi rocket ship was the way she was looking as she's coming up there. She's still in this one here. It's set number 5.
So it looks
Corey
like
and the Angel are side by side up here.
still
Sorry,
side-by-side racing. No, all good, side-by-side. The top 4 drivers, as Andrew just got a little tight and had to back out of the corner there
man.
on Gavin, but so that's going to give Angel second place, and Angel's now looking down into the inside of Gavin.
He had a run, and these two Angel and Cobb, they're teammates now, so they're going to be working together against Gavin. And then now we have Al Corey there, see if he can clean up the mess behind him.
Yeah, 2 laps to go. Andrew getting the pass on the outside of Angel. So we're going to have a fantastic race finish here. Looks like Al Corey's going to go back to work on Angel, trying to take over that 3rd spot again, with Gavin and Andrew taking a big fight up in front of him. And just behind him, Lindsey Lyles and Chris Watkins still going at it too.
Yeah, that MPN car of Chris Watkins is working on Lindsey here, trying to keep that nose in there just like Al Corey was doing, saying, hey, I'm still here, keeping that spotter, telling Lindsey, hey, you got a car inside.
White flag has waved as the leaders start to catch up to some lap traffic. We're going to end this race right here, right now, no matter what. Gavin Marlin in the lead through turns 3 and 4. Does Andrew have anything to answer him? No, he does not. Trying to go on the outside, but a little too late. Gavin Marlin coming across the line ahead of Andrew Cobb for his 2nd win of the season, 2nd in a row, with Angel Hernandez beating out Al Corey for that 3rd spot.
Wow.
Wow, man.
The kid he's good, man. We talk about it every race. I think last race he had some trouble, a little bit of trouble, but tonight he shined. He shined like a diamond in the Carolina sky, and it was fun to watch, guys.
So Lindsay finished with a top 10 too, and she's up 12 positions. So is Alex Goff in the 00. I don't know how the hard charger works. Who'll get that point? It may be the person that finished higher in the finish order here, but wow, what a race. That was exciting to watch.
What a finish. Man, that was, talk about exciting racing there. I mean, we had cars saving wrecks and going through grass, and man, they did a great job at the end there.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Bookie, yourself, you called it. They were going to go over on the cautions, but if some of these guys didn't save what happened, we would have had 2 or 3 more, right? We have 15. I think we had 15 cars on the lead lap, man. That's pretty dang good for Charlotte here. It was an enjoyable race, man. I thought we had a good run. These guys shine, and they're looking forward to see what happens next season, I'm sure.
Absolutely. So let's start our interview process here. We're going to pull up Angel Hernandez first, our 3rd place finisher. Hey, Angel, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Hey, man, congratulations on a 3rd place finish here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Man, the end of that race got just plain old nuts. Explain, just what were your thoughts there?
That was a good battle between me and Al Corey at the end, and then obviously, what's his name? The other guy and Gavin, they had a really good battle, and obviously I got up to Gavin's bumper at one point and tried to pass him. He held the outside pretty good, and they were battling up there, but overall that was a really good finish.
Yeah, I was watching you in the 45 of Al Corey. You know, just when you think you were kind of rid of Al Corey, he'd come down and stick that nose just inside your left rear quarter panel. It's a dead gum. He's making it pretty exciting. But you guys put on a heck of a show. We sure enjoyed watching y'all tonight.
Yeah, good race, Angel. You really impressed everybody, and it kept it clean there at the end too, because it could have got nasty.
Yeah, I had the opportunity there to get a little contact, but obviously I tried to keep it clean, and I did. So.
And that's a classy thing to do, keeping it clean, and you're up 6 positions from when you started. So, I mean, that's a small win in and of itself.
All right.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much, and again, congratulations on the 3rd place finish, up 6 spots from where he started. Angel Hernandez. Thanks again, man.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll now go to our 2nd place finisher, who had a great battle with Gavin Marlin there at the end, and that would be Andrew Cobb. You got a coffee, man?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, man, congratulations on the 2nd, and man, talk about a battle there at the end. It looked like everyone changed positions 4 or 5 times. Kind of a let us know how that entire race went for you.
Yeah, it was great in the beginning, leading. Gavin got a good run coming off of turn 1 there and the last restart, and got by me, and then it was just a battle trying to keep it clean. It was
Andrew,
fun.
Andrew, do you say your last name Kolb or Cobb or
Kolb.
Kolb? Okay, so we were saying it right. That
Oh,
was
good.
lucky.
Good.
Hey, I was watching restarts, especially between you and Gavin. I noticed a couple of times. It looks like, I don't know if there were games being played, but a couple of times it looked like Gavin may have gotten out a little bit ahead, and then he had to back out a little bit, and then I saw you take off flying on one of those. Were you watching out the right side window during these restarts, or?
Yeah, a little bit. Gavin jumped one on me last week, so I wasn't gonna let him do it again. But I timed that one pretty good, and I just pulled on him. Wish
Yeah,
that
it was
caution didn't
perfect.
come out. Yeah, wish that caution didn't come out.
Yeah, Andrew, I think I made a couple mistakes here because of my spreadsheet, and I can't see. I think I might have mentioned that you were Hernandez Sack Racing, but you're not. You're Latte Motorsports. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. So the northern guys, y'all are tough. You're from New England?
That's just where it says I'm from. I actually am in Maryland, so I don't know why
Maryland.
I got chose to go there, but oh well.
Yeah. Yeah, the tough guys, the latte guys, tough guys. But man, that was a battle. I think you probably could have turned Gavin there if you wanted and made it.
I
Really.
had him in
Yeah.
the lap before. Was it the white flag lap? I could have got him off of 4, and I just wanted to keep it clean and not have something happen later on. So
Yeah, that was a great job too, man.
We
Keeping
sure
it clean.
appreciate it when
Yeah,
you guys
man, it
keep
was
it
fun.
clean, and
Fun to watch.
you guys got a lot of class racing clean like that. Even though you know you could, it's
It
good.
doesn't mean you should.
That's
yeah,
right.
exactly. But it was fun.
Cool.
Awesome, man. Again, congratulations on the P2 here today at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We appreciate you taking the time.
Man, see you guys. Thanks.
All right,
You
take
bet.
care, bud.
All right. So now bring in Gavin Marlin. Hey, Gavin, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, congratulations. Win number 2 on the season, and that would be 2 in a row if I'm not mistaken. Congratulations, and tell us about that little fight you had there at the end. That was some exciting racing.
Yeah, we just cooked the right front early.
Yeah,
Let me ask you
started
this.
it-
Let
Go
me
ahead.
ask you this,
Go ahead.
Kevin. Does it ever get old winning? Does it get old?
Making money ever get old?
There you go. That's a good answer.
That's
Good
the best
answer. Go
damn
ahead.
answer I think I've ever heard.
Go ahead. Go ahead, English.
You started in the 6th position today. There's some guys out here that qualified really, really well, but when it came down to putting together consistent laps and getting in a rhythm and making things happen, you really made it shine today. It was really fun to watch you today. Which car did you have the best battles with today?
Robin 44 Andrew.
Yeah, he was pretty tough. It was fun watching y'all on restarts. It looked like y'all had a little bit of gamesmanship going on. I noticed on one of the restarts it looked like you may have started a little bit early and then backed out. Do you think the 44 got a pretty good little advantage on you because of that?
Yeah, I tried to get up with him, but had to let off, and he kind of pulled me.
Yeah, but you did the right thing, and you did what you were supposed to do, and let off and get back in line. And we sure have enjoyed watching you race. Really enjoy watching you win. Are you looking forward to Phoenix next week?
No.
Hey, that's an honest answer, and it's going to be tough with that dog leg. So it should be interesting for next week. Good job, Gavin. Great win.
Thank you.
Again, congratulations, Gavin Marlin. Win number 2 in a row on the season. We look forward to seeing you at Phoenix and maybe seeing you take another championship season towards the end. Again, congratulations. All right.
Drive fast and take chances.
Man.
That's Gavin Marlin's motto.
No kidding about that one. Well, we thank you all for tuning in to watch this exciting action-packed race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We will do a quick rundown of the grid for you guys to kind of show where everyone finished up and say who's who. And, of course, Gavin Marlin, your winner here with Andrew Kobe finishing in second. The 42 of Angel Hernandez finishing in third, with Al Corey finally getting a string of some good luck here, finishing in fourth. Lindsay Lyles coming in fifth, 12 spots up. She is tied for a Hard Charger award. Chris Watkins finishing in sixth, with John Timms finishing in seventh. Isaac Wilson in the 93 is finishing in eighth, with Daryl Whitlow of the 9 finishing in ninth. And Terry Freer rounding out your top 10.
Alex Goff in the 00, he's your other hard charger that him and Lindsay both were both up 12 positions today. We're not sure who's going to get that point. Check the standings later on when they update them, and we'll get that figured out. 51 of Ken Olson in 12th place. The 32 of Giberson in 13th. Ryan Ayers in the 4 car, number 14 today. 88 of Wade Brooks is finishing in 15th place today. And the Admiral, Carlos Ramos in the 90 will round out 16th place, the first car lap down.
73 car Tim Harmon had some bad luck early. He's 17th. Thomas Girth, 18th. Little Red Stick, Ryan Simone, number 36, 19th. He got himself a top 20. Number 37, Matthew Spires, 20th. Stephen Davis, 21st. Gary Sack, the 3rd, 22nd. And Matthew Jones in the 66 car, 42 laps down, number 23.
Man, what an exciting finish to a fantastic race. We thank you all for watching. Hope y'all tune in tomorrow as the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series goes to Kansas. And that should be a nice race because we're just coming off of an all-star break. So I'm sure these guys are itching to go back to racing. For the Arca, like we said, next week we will finish up the season for Arca at the Legacy Phoenix Raceway. So we'll have some fun in the sun out in the desert next week.
Oh, yeah.
But until tomorrow night, I'm Alan Brown for Alan English and Adam Turner signing off, and hope you all have a great night. We'll see you next time.
We gone.
See ya.